Hi learners, welcome back to my YouTube channel Psychology Globe. I am Simran and I hope you all are doing well. The topic for today's video is conformity. So before we discuss what is conformity, let's first understand what is social influence. Social influence is any kind of behavioral change that a person makes due to the presence or absence of other people. So any kind of behavioral tendency which is influenced by society, that is known as social influence. So we are going to discuss the very first type of social influence, that is conformity. Now conformity is when we change our behavior due to the presence of others, that is known as conformity. You have to remember one thing, that under conformity, no one is asking us to change our behavior, no one is ordering us to change our behavior. We are simply changing it because we don't want to be disapproved by others. Let's take an example. For example, a teacher asks in a class what is the answer to a particular question, like whether a statement is true or false. If only 2 children in a class of 40 children believe that the answer is false, they might not be able to express that response openly because they are in minority and they are feeling some sort of hesitation that in case they give the answer, they will be proved wrong. So there are 2 very landmark experiments that have been conducted to prove conformity. The very first experiment is known as the autokinetic effect. This experiment was conducted by Sheriff, and under this experiment participants were asked to come in a dark room in which there was only one point of light, and they were asked that from what distance this point is moving. Now interestingly, most of the participants, they were originally confederates. Confederates means that they were appointed by the experimenter to give a pre-decided response. Now the real participants, they changed their responses in accordance to the responses of the confederates. The second very famous experiment is Ash experiment. Under Ash experiment, 3 lines were drawn, A, B and C. The participants were asked that which line, that line C is equal to which of the lines, A or B. Now interestingly, there was only one real participant in the whole experiment, all others were confederates, and it was found out that despite of giving a correct answer originally, the participant, he changed their responses in accordance to that of confederates. So now we are going to discuss some factors on which the conformity of an individual will depend. The first factor is size of the group. This means that if there is a larger group, the conformity displayed by individuals will be less as compared to a smaller group. Why? Because it is easy for others to notice which person is deviant in a smaller group. The second factor is size of the minority. In case there are more people who do not conform to the majority opinion, then that means that the conformity displayed will be less. The third factor is nature of the task. In case the task is such that there are correct or incorrect responses, then a person has more fear of disapproval, and that is when the conformity is much larger as compared to the task in which you have to perform something or in which you have to share an opinion which is individual. The last factor is personality of the individual. There are certain people who are naturally very conformist by nature, that is, they change their opinions, they change their answers, they change their decisions in accordance to others. And there are certain people who are very rigid, they are firm in their opinions. So conformity, in the end, it also depends upon the individual personality of the person. So this was all about the topic of conformity. In case you find this video helpful, please like and share it, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.